This guy is probably thinking about lunch when a plane decided to ruin the schedule. This is the definition of touch and go. When you've got flying lessons at 1 and 18 holes at 2. This is what it looks like when NASA forgets the landing gear exists. That eject button just earned its salary. Heroic entrance. Unheroic landing. Helicopter tries to say hi to the cameraman, then decides the trees are a better friend. The landing was fine. The stopping part, not so much. This guy thought, what could go wrong if I remotely control the helicopter in my garage? Turns out, everything. This could have ended badly, but instead it's a masterclass in calm, precise flying. Bonus points for the tourists who got a story more exciting than the scenery. Student learning to land, just not today. Pretty sure this pilot is a part-time stunt pilot. Big plane 1, small plane 0.
Oh no!
When your checklist says land safely and you do everything else instead. Helicopter versus power lines. Power lines remain undefeated.
Твою мать! Ёб твою мать! Охуеть! Ёб твою мать!
Approach was steady until nature added its own twist to the landing. Turns out the trees didn't approve that takeoff. That's going to be a smooth landing.
Touchdown!
With a side of sparks. One strong gust of wind, and this airplane got a very close call with engine disaster. When you decide to show off for the camera, but forget that you have a front wheel.
Короче, вертушка не смогла сейчас приземлиться.
Who needs the back half anyway? This pilot clearly doesn't. A sudden mechanical failure sends the jet dropping fast. With almost no altitude left, the pilot ejects at the last second, right within the minimum safe ejection window. I am surprised this wasn't a Ryanair landing. Just a casual forward tilt, and suddenly the helicopter is hugging the ground. This is what it looks like when a fighter jet pilot decides to lose his job and cause $1 million in damages at the same time to the F-16.
Oh, he just crashed. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Just a normal landing, except the tarp had other plans. Nothing like landing and seeing the plane's engine looking like a New Year's Eve firework.
Flight 2131 stopping.
Oh shit.
Synchronous station.
This is a classic example of brownout, except in snow.
Sweet, look at that!
When road wash stirs up snow, it hides terrain features and can cause even experienced pilots to misjudge altitude and position, turning this routine approach into a crash scenario.
Oh, that one just crashed. Holy sh**, just crashed. I know.
Half the landing gear, twice the excitement. The Mexican army wanted to show off their piloting skills. Guess it turns out show-offs don't always mean skilled pilots. This is what it looks like when a pilot loses his job in one landing. Red Bull are well known for their extreme stunts, but sometimes those stunts turn into crashes. This glider suffered a loss of thermals, which resulted in no lift, no engine, just gravity. Time for an emergency landing. This spin shows how dangerous road awash and uneven air currents can be in mountains. One wrong move and physics takes over. Who cares about runway safety when you can intimidate the plane in front of you? India wanted to show off their new helicopter, but ended up creating a sandstorm that even the pilot couldn't see through. Turbulence level, expert mode. The US Army is well known for their incredible power, but very few people know that they're also auditioning for Fast and Furious Helicopter Edition. This is what it looks like to disappoint your bosses. Helicopter 1, Truck 0.
Espera.
De escuchar por lo menos, si vos tenés cono, está señalizado que te lo lleve por delante es una cosa y otra cosa que no haya un cono.
This Apache pilot wanted to show off, but the thin mountain air reduced lift, and suddenly the stunt turned into a crash lesson in aerodynamics. This guy was showing off his newly acquired pilot's license to his close friends, and let's just say that he should probably go back to the academy.
I hit the bump. Ow! Oh, I knew it.
That awkward moment when your cargo decides to go skydiving without a parachute. This family got a real-life lesson in emergency procedures, led by the calmest dad in the cockpit.
Flaps down, flaps down. We're gonna get going real. Keep up tight, guys. Okay, you gotta be good. Everybody relax. Relax. It's gonna be hard.
Pilot thought he was smooth, gravity thought otherwise. This is what it looks like flying without an engine.
Oh, he's dead.
Everything that could go wrong did go wrong.
He's gonna land on our runway. Let's get our shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Holy shit. I think he's doing a ball field. Dude.
Oh!
Call 911. Yeah. Call 911.
Mechanical issues mid-flight? No problem. Just find some snow and hope for the best. Icy Runway Challenge. Who wins? The plane or the runway? Mechanical issues forced an emergency landing in the middle of a roundabout. Luckily, the police were already there. Talk about perfect timing. The pilot knew something was wrong the moment he took off. The plane's weight had been poorly balanced, pulling it hard to the right. Seconds later, it veered into the trees, destroying the rotors. But thankfully, the pilot made it out safely. When the smooth landing turns into, whoops, surprise slide. Sometimes the best landing is the one you don't complete. Tarps, public enemy number one for helicopters. This is what it looks like when a student pilot gets a little too confident when his girlfriend came to watch his newly acquired skills. And that's why it's best to leave helicopter building to the pros. This is what a tail strike looks like. This occurred because the pilot raised the nose too high during this go-around rotation.
I'm not even lying. They've been fighting for their lives trying to land these flags today.
Oh, look at that. You see that bank? Go around. Watch it go around. Yep, it's a go around.
Oh, God. Oh!
Yep.
Yeah, he's tripping.
Oh my god, do you see that?
Oh!
Did the tail just strike?
It's...
Did the tail just strike?
Oh! Yo!
Why come in for a nice and clean landing when you can spin out of control and wreck the helicopter for a landing? This guy suffered mechanical issues with his engine. As a result, it was not able to generate enough lift, so he had to perform an emergency landing in the snow. Luckily, snow works as a natural cushion. The helicopter decided to give the hangar a fresh cut. Sometimes even airplane tires need a break. Explosively.
Whoa! Load engine! Oh! Our blown tire! Roll the trucks!
Он должен с плота этого забрать. Пошел на
If you look closely, this plane is about to have a very unexpected meeting, with not one, but two birds. This parked plane nearly became airborne because high winds can generate enough lift and push to overcome parking brakes. A real-life lesson in aircraft safety. This helicopter fell victim to ground resonance, a phenomenon where vibrations from the rotors match the natural frequency of the landing gear, causing the whole aircraft to shake itself apart. In other words, it basically danced itself into disaster. Take a look at this giant plane's wheel. Something tells me this landing's about to get messy. This medical helicopter was trying to save a patient, but the power lines said, "Not today." During a helicopter landing in India, the helicopter was suddenly caught by a gust of wind, but the pilot handled it like a boss and landed just a few inches from the helipad. This is a live look of pilots that drove straight into a hurricane on purpose. Can you guess what for? POV. Your helicopter engine has decided to take an early vacation and you're on your own.
Everybody okay?
Good.
Cool.
Much pro.
Some engines like to make a statement during startup. This one just went full drama mode. Always check if you're taking off under a roof. Don't you just hate when your pilot isn't able to land your helicopter on your yacht? Landing in a hurricane isn't just tricky, it's extreme aviation at its finest. A go-around was the only safe choice. He built his own helicopter, but I don't think he will be taking off anytime soon. When this helicopter came in for a landing, it decided to go in for the hug with the other helicopter. $1 million mistake. A retired police officer came in to test out the department's helicopter. Great way to get sued and $1 million bill. These people on the road were suddenly surprised by a helicopter flying extremely low. But little did they know that they were having mechanical issues and were doing so in case of a sudden emergency landing. When your $10,000 three-course meal comes with a side of turbulence.
Today, I lovely pettifors, rich includes chocolate mousse, raspberry tartlet, and pineapple gâteau.
Oh, thank you very much.
It's a challenge to have the desserts with the tartlets, but I hope you enjoy it.
Thank you very much.
When you're just trying to enjoy your day at a pool and a helicopter stops by for a drink. Student pilot flying into a thunderstorm by mistake. Not recommended, but makes for some amazing footage.
We are heading 150 Cowboy Toilet. Right, I'm heading 150, only clear flight attitude 80. July area on the 470, flight below 230, step up. Still held by 20 to Paris.
Hope you enjoyed the video and make sure to subscribe for more. Feel free to click one of the videos on the screen as well.